All right.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Yes, sir. I've
Yes,
been
sir.
already
Okay, so
recording.
it's going. We got a recording going?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. So I'm Roger Titan Jones, as you might have already guessed. I'm the person that is on the stage and everything that you've seen around school or wherever you've seen me. And I have a volunteer assistant, my beautiful assistant, who's to clasp hands and quack like a chicken or bark like a. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready to volunteer? Okay, good. So here's what I'd like to ask you. Are you happy, excited, delighted to be alive?
Yes.
Excellent. There's my rest of my audience in the window if you can see her. Are you hydrated and well rested?
Yes, sir.
Are you sitting down comfortably in your chair?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. I hear a slight smile in your voice. It sounds like somebody's trying to have a good time. You're not trying to have fun, are you? Well, if you want to have fun, what I'd like you to do is follow my instructions, obey my commands. All you have to do is to breathe in and out. Let that breath relax you. Or down. You know where. Right back down to that wonderful floating, thinking state where you can follow my instructions, obey my commands, and the sound of my voice delights you in each and every way. Now, if place your hands straight out in front of you where I can see them, just placing your hands straight out, aimed at the camera there, and clasp them together, interlocking your fingers for me. And just hold those out straight in front of you. It's a good shoulder exercise. Breathe in and out. Slowly, there we go, excellent. So I'd like you to take your fingers and leave them and lock them. You can open up your eyes now, it'll only relax you further. And grip tighter and tighter and tighter your two hands together. Gripping them together perfectly, excellent. And tighter and tighter. And imagine, if you will, that they are carved out of granite, that they are a single block of granite carved into the shape of two hands. When you can see that, tell me yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can see that and feel it, and when it becomes the absolute truth, the total reality, when your hands feel stuck like glue, welded, sealed shut tighter and tighter until you're absolutely certain you could try to bend. You could try to unclasp your hands and they would not come apart. Try to pull them apart and they stick only harder and harder. Try and they stick harder. Try and they stick twice as hard. Stuck, stuck, stuck together. And for me, and when you're sure they're, let me know, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're concentrating perfectly. Excellent. Now you can relax those hands, drop them straight to your sides. Excellent. And resume sitting comfortably. Unlocked. There we go. That's it. Perfect. And sit comfortably for me. And what I'd like you to do is to erase something from your mind for me. So close only your eyes down now, closing your eyes. That's right. Down, down, deeper down, all the way to that point where you have total and complete control of each and everything your mind can do. And now, as you are relaxing completely, all of those numbers out of your mind between 4 and 6. All of the numbers between 4 and 6 no longer exist. So if you were to count, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when you see that number vanishing, floating away, dissipated, gone, vanished on vacation, it packed its bags and went to Barbados, and it won't be back for a little while. We can have it back later, but it's gone. Never existed. When it's gone, when you vanish that number from your mind. And at the count of 3, you'll awake where the number 5 no longer exists. 1, 2, 3. Wide awake. You feel any different or about the same? Wide
Just
awake
the
for me.
same. Yes, sir.
Just the same. Great. I'd like you to hold out your fingers nice and high in front of the camera. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. I'd like you to do is to count your fingers one by one slowly for me, and then continue counting on your other hand, as you can see. First count one hand and continue on to the next hand. 1, 2, 3, etc. until you get to the end. So count those fingers for me, one at a
1,
time.
2, 3,
Mhm.
5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There you go again.
Very good.
12.
Very good. Well, you got 12 fingers now. What happened?
Yeah.
You erased all the numbers between. So let's go ahead and you're sure you have 11 fingers now. You just counted them. So maybe you can try again, nice and clear so that I can see if I were to point at each one of them. 1, 2. Hold your hands back a little bit. Count all of your fingers.
1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 fingers. Amazing. All right. So what I'd like you to do is now you've got the number 5 back, your number 6 back, you've got all your numbers back. Sleep now for me. Sleep now. Close down your eyes. That's it. Relax your hands in front of you. Relax them all the way down, only as quickly as your name is gone from your mind, erased like it never existed. It'll be back a little later on. But again, it packed its bags. It went on a nice vacation, and it's coming back in a few minutes for us. But your name has been plucked. You will find your name has been plucked from your mind. It's somewhere in the back of your head, on the tip of your tongue. Even if you thought of it, you just couldn't say it. 1, 2, 3, wide awake for me. There we go. And just wanted to introduce you to everybody. There's probably mom in a window over there. I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. Where are you from?
Tacloban City, Philippines.
Can you hear me? Excellent, excellent. That's the place, and it's been having some weather. So you are from the Philippines, basically,
Yes.
in Toboggan City. Okay, and your name was. Try to remember your name.
Mm,
I'm gonna get the show going. If you could remember your name for me as quickly as you possibly can, try to remember that now.
mm,
You remember your name? We are. Do you know your
oh,
age? You're over 18, right?
yes, 24.
You're over 18, so you can consent to. What
Yeah.
was your name then? You're over 18 from Toboggan City,
Yes.
and your name?
Um. Mm, oh my
Can't remember
God.
your name. Be difficult. Do you have a driver's license? Do you license to drive? Do you have a birth certificate? Something that would prove that you are who you claim to be? Do you have any friends who could tell you who the heck you are? If I told you your name is Rhea, would you remember your name then? Try to remember. I told it was Jane. I told you it was
Mm,
George. All right.
um.
If I say 1, 2, 3 and snap my fingers and say your name is George. 1, 2, 3. Your name is George. What's your name?
George.
There. Isn't that nice? It's so much better. Now your name is George. Absolutely and completely convinced. Your name is George. It's not Rhea. It's now. And tell me something about where you're from, George.
Tacloban City, Philippines.
Oh, and the weather, everything's a little bit better today, I presume.
Yeah. After the typhoon. Yes.
After I know that it was pretty rough there. With Bill, was it? What was your name?
Yeah. Um. George.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yes, definitely. So what do your friends call you? They call you. They have a nickname for you, or do they just call you by your proper Christian name?
Um. I. As what I remember, they call me Yang. as in Y-A-N-G.
Oh, okay, great. So they don't actually call you George. So and probably your sisters, they all call you by a nickname, but your name is really George, isn't it?
Yeah, yes,
Okay. Now I'd like you to imagine, just picture that I hold hand clearly.
yes.
Now we're 1,000 away. We're on the other side of the world, and but it's somehow real name right here in the palm of actually plucked it out of your mind, and I've been holding it here, the palm of my hand. I have it actually here in the other hand where I've been holding it. Now I've got it. Do you see that I've got your real name here?
Yeah.
You see it? So as soon as I throw your real name back to you, it's going to pop right into your head. All right. So watch me closely. Name was?
Rhea. Oh,
Excellent. Very good.
it's
Thank you for
Rhea.
participating. Your real name? Hey, pop back in your head. What about George? You were telling me George. What was that about?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not George. I'm Rhea.
Were you lying to me, or are you lying to me now being George? How can
Oh
we
no,
trust you
sir.
anymore?
No, no,
Can't
no,
rely
no.
on a
I'm
bunch of
Rhea.
stories
I'm Rhea.
and promises. How can I believe you anymore? Okay. Yeah, Rhea, excellent. All right. So I believe you. I believe you. How many fingers do you think you have, Rhea?
Can I count it right now, sir? Or
Yeah, go ahead and
as
count
what
up your fingers and
mom?
yeah, let me know how
Okay.
many fingers because you have all those numbers
1,
back.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect. Now, what's the normal number of fingers that human beings should have?
10. 10.
And I have 10 fingers as well, don't I?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're at 10, your fingers, you've got 10. Everything's back to normal. All suggestions removed. You're feeling fantastic, delighted, and wonderful in every way. In a moment, you're going to close your eyes now. And you feel even better, more energized and refreshed than before. All suggestions from today removed so that you can go back to enjoying the beautiful sound of my wonderful voice. Each and every word relaxes you further, makes you feel strong and confident and more capable. And well, opening up your eyes. 2, your rational processes are coming online. You're able to criticize what you're hearing and make judgments about it. And 3, wide awake and alert in every way, feeling fantastic. And how great was that experiment?
Feel relieved.
Now,
At the same
this
time,
is only
a
like the
little
third.
bit confused.
It's a little confusing, yeah. So it's great.
Yeah.
We've only done this the fingers 3 times. The name we've only done this is the second time we've done the name. We also
Oh, yeah, I
did your
remember,
arms.
sir.
You
Yeah.
did great, which tells me you have a powerful imagination. Something you can feel good about, helps you solve problems, and you've done a magnificent job. You can stop the recording at any moment now. Thank you
Okay,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you so much, sir.